Right then guys, been a turbulent evening this has to try and get it working. We've got a new version of Dolphin loaded. The problem is with the shaders, and so what happens is the new version of Dolphin allows you to preload all the shaders at the expense of a very lengthy loading time. I've done that loading time, I've tested it twice, I've had no stuttering, so we'll see what happens now it's on stream, and with luck should be able to bring you Memories of a Lost City, stutter free. And if this fails, then I'm just going to give up altogether for this evening and probably go to bed. So, to recap, we've covered Resident Evil 2 last week with the nice Leon A. Claire B campaign. Everyone's played the one-shot demo now, so the last thing we can do to prepare for the Resident Evil 2 remake is play Memories of a Lost City in Darkside Chronicles. A retelling of the game I don't think is particularly great, but it's interesting nonetheless. There's some character changes and things like this I really don't like. Because Claire's not really been featured in much of the material at the minute, we're going to go for Claire first. We might swap out at some point. So, witness the brilliance that is this dialogue of the Darkside Chronicles. See if you can get through the intro without cringing.
Alright, let me go back to the beginning. My fight against bio-warfare all started in a zombie-infested ghost town. It was September 1998. My first and only day as a police officer. Get down!
Move!
Not bad.
I never thought any of this stuff my brother taught me would work.
Stars. A special force issue, huh?
It's my brother's. That's why I'm here, to find him. I'm Claire Redfield.
Hey, Leon Kennedy.
So here we go.
So, what exactly is
And it's
going
already
on?
doing a bit better. So, nice to hear Alison Court and
Just
Paul
got here myself.
Mercier again.
Well then, guess I shouldn't rely on you to show me about.
Damn it, I can't get a signal on this thing either. Hey, let's go over to the police station. We should be able to find out something there.
This game hates me today. It absolutely hates me.
Right. It could blow up at any minute. Let's go.
What's your brother's name?
Chris Redfield.
Where are they all coming from?
They're over here too.
This cameraman.
Claire, this way.
So this is a rather interesting retelling of Resident Evil 2. It's interesting in the sense that it follows mostly the beats you expect. You know, it actually follows the layout of the game really well.
There's gonna be more of these things. This way. Just run.
But in its adaptation, it's definitely the characters. I mean, it's fine that it's fine at the end of the day because it's a non-canon retelling, but it is still disappointing to see like characters so mishandled, and for many years I figured this was a very interesting preview into what a Resident Evil 2 remake could be like.
Hey, are you alright? Shit.
I can't believe this.
I'll try and get that file. You know, so it's all faithfully recreated. Even if this section of Kendo's gun shop is a little bigger than what you would perhaps expect.
What?
We need guns.
We better get out of here.
We should go out the back.
Kendo is dead.
What's wrong with this town?
And it looks like in the remake,
Are they?
Hey, I'm
you're
a
not going to
rookie.
meet
Don't
Kendo
ask
until
me.
after
I
the
just
police
got it.
station is done. So it's an interesting little change.
Oh God, it reeks.
Something must be rotting.
We'd better be careful.
But it's one of the things I liked about Umbrella Chronicles, for all that, you know, for all the flaws the game had, I really loved and got a massive kick out of seeing like these environments in a first-person perspective, even though you could, you know, move around them. And I get the same feeling with this, even though it's, you know, the geography's not quite the same in this. It's still really fascinating to be like in this alleyway. I think they would truly make great VR experiences, these two games. Oh man. You'd think it'd be so much easier to play with a mouse, but it really isn't. Because the camera is always moving. Which isn't the best for a light gun game, where you have a cursor. If you actually had an actual light gun, like the old Saturn and PlayStation days, it would be fine,
How
but
come they only attack humans? The man in the gun shop. They wanted to.
Let's not think about that for now.
We're not the only ones left alive, are we?
No, of course not. Can't give up. There's got to be someone left alive.
Yeah.
it's so great to
Right.
hear Paul Mercier and Alison Court again. They really are the sort of the definitive
Where'd that come
performances
from?
of these characters.
Coming. We gotta find shelter.
So emulation's not quite 100%. It's something I'll look at a bit more, but it's certainly better. It's actually playable now.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, nice to hear a human voice out here. Let's go out on the main street. Let's go back down.
Leon!
I thought it was a nice touch how you actually see your partner character in this.
There's a street.
Hey Johnny, it's not perfect, but it's certainly a massive
Strike at any
improvement.
time.
And BB Mac, I agree. It was a really
But you
jarring
don't have to do this many stunts
moment,
in a horror
and
movie.
it kind of marked the end of an era when Alison
If we
Court
can get
took
through
place,
here,
because she
the
was
police
sort of
station's close.
the last, if you like, of the original voice actors to go.
It's so quiet.
Ali Hillis, if it is Ali Hillis, didn't do a bad job, but it's more down to the characterization. I think that
Raccoon City Police Station is
helps
only 2
retain
blocks away.
Claire in Rev 2. It's not perfect, and Alison made the character so much her own that I don't think we can accept anyone else.
These things are everywhere.
It's almost tragic that Alison's final performance was bloody Operation Raccoon City.
It's taking forever. There's too many of them.
It is taking forever, Leon. I'd have got. If I was playing a Resident Evil 2, I'd have been there already. I mean, the camera. One thing, I mean, the Umbrella Chronicles didn't have this kind of camera, and it was all the better for it. This was such a shame because this Darkside had the production. They just made some really big missteps in terms of how they chose to develop it. This sort of shaky cam footage, it's reasonably effective, but
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Run, it'll catch fire!
What?
oh, I forgot they do things like this.
Can you get up?
Leon, behind you!
If anyone's played these on the PlayStation 3, they're actually very decent ports. And Darkside in particular, you get upscaled FMVs which look really, really good.
They're even here?
I would agree with that. I would say it's the it's certainly the toll of the world they live in, if you like. It is pretty sad to see like where Leon is in Vendetta. I mean, I don't like Vendetta anyway, but if you've not seen the stage, Biohazard the stage is well worth it because Rebecca is brilliant in it. I've been speaking to a few people about Revelations 2 lately, and I really hold that game on a high pedestal. It's almost a shame that so many people don't. I thought it was great. If you go back and listen to the podcast episodes where we covered it, I was massively full of praise for it, which was a surprise given how much I'd completely written the game off before it came out. Look at this. We're in we're in full 3D graphics here, and this is the courtyard I remember, not the one in the remake too. Yikes. So you can still see there's some emulation issues, but for the most part it's there now. You best get ready, Johnny, for the next time we try this. Hello, Chris. It's been a turbulent evening, to be honest, trying to get this game to work. But the new version of Dolphin came in and saved the day. You'll still see some slight issues, but go down, Misty. For the most part, it's working alright.
Thank God. At least the police station is secure.
Let's take a break, because it looks like it's going to be a long night.
How do you know on the other side of the door is going to be a break, Leon? There could be a tyrant. How do you know? Enemies eliminated. See. That's brutal. So the real meat of the Chronicles games is, of course, the archives, and there is some decent stuff in there. Up we go again. I don't know whether it gives me the opportunity to change character, but if not, we'll be sticking as Claire.
Look, who is that?
Hey, you okay?
Who the hell are you?
Don't shoot, we're human.
Oh, the rookie. Like your welcome party? Nice surprise, huh?
Who are you?
Marvin Brano. I'm the guy who's supposed to be your boss.
You need a doctor.
No, don't worry about me. You gotta go help the others.
But
Just go, now.
All right, but we'll be back.
Look at this main hall in 3D. I know the remake 2 looks great, but I miss this hall. Where's the waiting table? Oh, you forget like
Hello? Anyone there?
you forget details, don't you? Let's grab that file. I can't remember if they do a liquor scare here. You see, even with this, which is a bloody light gun game in a sense, listen to the music, just listen to it.
What is this?
It's something sorely lacking from the remake.
Shh, there's
And
something.
you know, I've made my thoughts on the remake known. I think it's great,
my God.
but the lack of music. I mean, the music in this game is so good, and the original. It's a real shame to lose it.
Are you all right? Where'd it go?
What was that?
Oh!
What is it? We better get out of here quick.
She didn't even kill the liquor there. It's interesting. That's a nice throwback scare, that is. That's good.
Barricade is holding.
They're everywhere.
Can we get that? No. It's so interesting to see the precinct looking like this.
It's not safe here
Because
anymore.
this is how you, this is like a 3D version of how you remember it in the original, and the remake is, it's so different yet so the same in places. Sorry about that, and sorry about that. I pressed the wrong keys. I really wonder how people would have
You
felt
ready?
if the layout was kept
Yeah.
exactly the same in the remake.
They wiped this place out too.
So obviously you look forward in the remake, and there's a bloody window here. This is the Nemesis window, which is missing in the remake. It all feels so much smaller in this.
Let's go upstairs. Someone might be there.
Okay.
Yeah, it was great. The zombie arms are brilliant. That demo, how we tried to push that demo, get as much done in the 10 minutes.
It's so quiet.
Yeah, too quiet.
You can just shoot the puzzle items.
This is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, when we get to the Birkin battles, the music, the remixed versions of the too busy talking. The Birkin battles is just phenomenal in this. Hello, Sherry.
Is that a girl? Hey, wait! Right now!
They get all the sound of the liquors wrong.
Forget about that. We've got to help her.
Wait! It's too dangerous on your own!
Go for it, Leon.
There she is!
It's too dangerous! Come back!
Why does she keep running away from us?
She's just scared.
I don't know, Leon. Probably because you're bashing down doors and stuff trying to get to her. You're doing a pretty good job of evoking the tyrant here.
Wait! Watch out!
It's a shame some of the story beats weren't, Johnny.
Please, come back here! Where did she go?
Yeah,
She's up there!
we're literally chasing her, shooting a load of guns, and we're wondering why she's not stopping. I don't know why the liquors get shinier as you shoot them. I can't remember if that was an original feature.
She isn't here either.
We'll find her.
Oh, dead man's click. Oh, Jesus.
Marvin, did you see a little girl go past here?
Wait, there's something wrong with him.
Oh God, he's dead.
Damn it. I'm sorry, Marvin. It's awful, but there's nothing we can do. We better go find that girl. Marvin!
How the... He was just...
Him too.
Hey, he's one dangerous zombie. There we go.
I'm sorry it turned out like this.
I don't know why the RPD badge on the floor says detective on it. It seems a bit strange. Why would the floor say detective? So, we're three sort of chapters in, and we've covered basically 10 minutes of Resident Evil 2 so far. The level of production and whatnot, and the visuals and everything are so much better in this. I really hate the retellings. I wish I didn't, but you know, Code Veronica is one of my favourite games in the series, and I just think they really, really get a lot of that game wrong. And I think they get Annette completely wrong in this. Let's see where we end up. In this one, we haven't had a boss fight yet.
What do you want to do? Split up?
No, it's better if we stick together. After all, I don't want to pull my gun.
Same here.
So if anyone's been following YouTube, you'll know they've already managed to hack the demo and you can get into this office. And it's quite faithful.
They're coming! Gotta get out of here fast!
There'll be some files in here. Sure, there we go. There's one. I can't remember why I don't like Annette so much in this retelling, but it'll be interesting to go through it again and be reminded. Yeah, it's Silent Hill.
Hell on earth. Whether you're in the station or outside on the streets, it's all the same.
We gotta find her fast.
Yeah.
The Tyrant's going to show up in a minute,
Get in quick.
if I remember rightly.
Which way should we go?
Now let's try to the right.
Yeah, Patricia Jarley is my favourite voice actress for Jill, and
Is that a rescue helicopter?
she just barely sounds like the same actress in Umbrella Chronicles, and obviously DC Douglas.
What was that?
I can't forget the name of the. Here we
What
go.
is that?
Did he just come through the roof?
What do we do?
Just run!
It's coming after us!
He looks so much better with that hat and face wrinkles.
Something tells me he's not gonna listen to reason.
I mean that is pretty scary. If that was coming toward you, you'd be going elsewhere.
What the hell is that thing?
He's a monster! Alright, look. Right now, our priority is to find that girl.
Ow. It's a pretty good remix of its music. I suppose it does give it a noirish quality. BB Mac.
Go! Run!
We can't get through here!
He's here.
Shoot the sprinkler, Leon.
We've got to find a way. We need to put this fire in.
It's a really effective sprinkler system if it waits. If the only way it can put out a fire is if you shoot it. Completely redesigned Iron's office. This is. Oh, I couldn't get there.
Don't be afraid. We're here to help you.
Need that first aid spray. There we go.
You can trust us.
It's got to be a version of the Chief's Diary.
Hey, wait! We've got to help her. It's all right now. Do I look like a monster to you? I'm Claire. What's your name? Sherry. Hey, wait! Where are you going?
My mommy and daddy's lab is in the basement.
Let's go.
In the basement in a few miles, Sherry, but never mind. We get to go down here and see the truly awful version of Irons. And yet, even this version of Irons is subtle compared to what's in the remake.
Sherry!
What the hell are they?
Hell.
Sherry, are you all right?
I'm okay.
The handy plot device, BB Mac, I think.
Isn't she beautiful? I was about to stuff her.
Chief Irons?
You know him?
Prowling around at a time like this. You're after G too, aren't you?
Gee.
Don't play dumb with me. Oh. Aren't you Dr. Perkins?
This is so bad. This transformation scene is so bad.
That's not supposed to happen. Ow.
Sorry for the glitching, guys. The stuttering.
Hold on!
That's just that's such a badly directed scene. I believe she's called Kathy or Catherine, something like that. Catherine Warren. That's in a sense that's a spoiler, really, because that's in the data mine. Listen to that music.
What is this place?
Something's coming.
Jesus, shoot them.
Climb up.
So that's where they're coming from.
How do you stop getting hit? I'm literally battering him in the face, and I'm still taking damage. have to shoot its arms. That's why. That has got to be one of the best boss fight themes in the series, and there's even better versions of it in this.
What's G? What does it stand for?
I have no idea. But we should find Sherry first.
You're right. I'm pretty sure she's still around here somewhere.
How did you fall into the abattoir pit thing
Let's go
and then
then.
climb out and then it's covered again? Oh, it's the gap. Oh, I see, there's a hole at the back actually. Johnny, we all know too much growth weakens an organisation. So, marshalling yard then. Let's see if the shed's... Oh no, we're back in the precinct. We're gonna go the other way and fight Birkin. Oh yeah, 'cause it's got the Birkin battle on it. How to adapt to partner zapping. Look at that, it's even got the boxes from Outbreak that you push out the way.
She must have come this way.
Are you in?
Where'd she go?
Are you at the main hall at the minute, Johnny? So you can unlock the shutter for me, and I'll run up and grab the rest. Ada just randomly becomes Alice from the movies.
Are you alright?
Yes, I'm fine. Thank you.
Sally Carhill, everyone.
You saved me some bullets.
I'm Leon. This is Claire. And you are?
Ada Wong. Hey, you're a cop here, right? Do you know a Ben Bertolucci? I'm looking for him.
Sorry, but I just got assigned here.
What are you doing here?
Ben has information regarding this crisis.
It's interesting because when you play Resident Evil 2, Ada
Not
just
sure
looks like a
exactly,
normal person
but that's what I'm here to
in her
find out.
dress, whereas when she's got the, you know, the holster and everything on her, it's just ridiculous.
Claire, come on. Wait a second.
Behind you!
I mean, I've gone on the podcast so many times, but Ada's one of my favourite things in this series. I think she's great, and this version of
What
her,
is it?
I think, is pretty rubbish. And most people who listen to the
Are you
podcast
alright?
will know my favourite bit in the series
Look, I know we don't know each other.
is when
but
she's
we're
fighting the
only
tyrant at
survivors
the end.
left. We need to work together.
What is that?
I do get a kick, though, however,
Ben?
that this is the only time that Claire and Ada are together,
It's coming this way.
in a sense. Oh, yeah, there you go, Johnny. You know which bit I'm talking about.
Okay. It doesn't know we're here. I think it's gone.
Wait, is that thing
Yeah, there's
that
no
she-
ambiguity in the character of Ada,
No
and that's one of
idea.
the things I know Batman's got a big
What about
problem
you?
with
Do you
regards
know
to her
anything?
character.
Huh? No. This is all new to me. But that scream.
And I like that
better
dynamic,
check it out.
BB Mac. I think it's cool that you do get to see an interpretation of it in this.
This must be...
A lockup.
That's every bit as good a delivery as a dining room from Barry.
Oh God.
That scream we just heard. It must have been him.
it's been. There's something on the wall.
With no hope of survival, I write this. He must be talking about the police department's involvement with the pharmaceutical giant Umbrella.
That's a hell of a stretch, Claire. I'm amazed you got there from that one
Lower-level
sentence.
lab at Umbrella are connected by a sewer. If we can get access to that sewer, we can get out of here. Huh? Where'd she go?
Ada? She was just here.
Where'd she go? Ada!
The body's gone!
I wonder where they are.
Let's get out of here. She's probably headed for the sewer.
It's a really strange shiny filter they put on. I'm sure that's an emulation glitch, because I do not think the lickers look like that in the original.
Doors open.
Do you think she came this way? I hope she didn't run into that monster. She's not here! Leon!
Calm down. Just wait for a test.
When Remake 2's died down, Johnny, I'm going to do Resident Evil 6. I have a soft spot for Resident Evil 6. It's a game I know is mostly terrible, but I love character interactions and in it, and I'm not gonna lie, the scene on Ada's ending where she shoots the lab up is one of my favourite sequences in the entire series,
Let's go.
because I think for that one moment.
Why did you go alone?
That one moment in this series, you see the real Ada. It's like just for a second the veil's lifted and you see the real person.
Men. You just want to impress her, don't you?
That's it, Claire. You tell him.
Women.
These two have great chemistry, and it's one thing Darkside really, Degeneration really was great with. I love Degeneration. And what have I done there? I've paused the game. Yeah, I really. Oh Christ! Really love Degeneration, and it's mostly because of the interactions that these two have with each other. They're quite creepy. This is stupid. Stupid mechanic. This is the knifing. Been webbed. Oh Christ! I don't think that's ever happened to me before playing this. I didn't actually know what to do there. I had to think about it for a second. Yeah, I think the lab scene is brilliant. My disappointment with 6 mainly comes from the fact that was Capcom's golden opportunity to do something with Ada and like the motives that had driven her through the series, and you know, they didn't seize that, unfortunately. And I don't think any Resident Evil fan doesn't have a smile on their face when Leon and Ada look at each other across the quad tower and the music from Resident Evil 2 plays. The Leon, who are you moment, it's really good.
From over there.
Hey, anybody in here?
Leon?
Ada, is that you? Are you all right?
Yeah.
What a nice little throwback to RE2s. This is.
Good luck, Leon. This is goodbye.
What? Ada, wait!
There she goes again.
If she can get out of here safely, that's all that matters.
Well, if you're worried about her, we could go after her.
No, it's fine. We need to find Sherry.
Okay.
Claire not rushing to disagree with him there. I didn't mean to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to swap out the grenades for the Magnum. It'll do me more, and you might get a really great Birkin music here. In fact, I think it's fabulous.
It's that thing again! He's too strong! Get away from me! Get out of his way!
Well, give me that!
Got no herbs left. Damn. Jesus, he does a lot of damage.
Run!
It's locked! Let's just run!
Shit! Corner!
The music's awesome. You see, even in this, a reasonably poor adaptation of Resident Evil 2, the brilliance of that core game shines through. What does it? That just tells you that Resident Evil 2 is. Oh god. Well, he's got no health left. How am I still fighting him?
He's gone!
We did it.
Leon!
What a subplot.
Ada!
There's nothing here for you, thief!
Ada! No!
Farewell.
That's the Annette I recognise.
Damn it.
In appearance, anyway.
Why?
Just bear with me one moment. I'll probably do one more and then probably call it a night on that. So one more chapter and we'll go in a minute. Marguerite Birkin, that's brilliant, but not really that wrong. She definitely looks not what we're used to, let's say. And you know, I think people pointed out in the Resident Evil 2 stream that I did the other day, there was a few people talking in chat. I think it was Mr. Spencer or yourself, Johnny, that mentioned it. It takes Annette, a certain amount of time to get to the sort of psychotic level she reaches by the end, and you actually see that journey through her character across both scenarios. And you know, she's almost a reasonable person in the beginning, and then by the end she's just like lost herself. And it looks like the remake, she starts at that sort of end point and then just gets, you know, more so from there. I'm gonna have to really see what they do with her in the remake. I don't know if any of you guys have watched that latest trailer that they released in Japan. It was it's like a Japanese TV spot.
Leon!
I'll just let this play.
What happened?
I got shot. There was a woman.
Wait, you mean?
No, not Ada. She...
You're losing a lot of blood. Don't move. I've got to remove the bullet.
Who was that? She was about to kill you.
That's my problem, not yours.
Fine. Don't tell me. But you better start working with me here. Or we'll never make it out of this alive. Please, Ada. I need your help. I can't do this alone.
You're right. I'll help you.
Thanks.
But first, we need to find the others. Don't die, Leon. I owe you.
I guess she's on our side then. Lucky us.
That's it, Claire. Claire's attitude in this is actually quite good.
Let's go. We need to find Sherry.
She just has literally no time for Leon and his bullshit.
Leon?
Yeah. Come on. Let's just find her and get out of here. Dark in here, huh?
But yeah, I mean, I know some people are trying to keep spoiler-free from remakes too, because they're interested in seeing which sort of scenarios they're going to go with. There is a moment in the trailer, the TV spot that was released on Twitter by the official team. I forgot they were in this. Where's the frogs in this? There's a moment where you see a hint of Ada's end and which version of it they've gone with. And I have to say, the visuals of Ada in that scene are like, I don't think she's ever looked better as a character. She looks beautiful.
You said it.
That's actually really creepy. Why have they put the lurkers in this? Is that the lurker? Is that a lurker? It is, isn't it? What on earth were they doing? Yeah, it really is, Johnny. That the way she looks. I keep trying to keep it spoiler free, but the way she looks at Leon, let's say, in the moment you're given. Honestly, it's like wow. Where did he go? Where did he go? Why are there lurkers in Resident Evil 2? Oh, there's so many hints. I mean, it's already leaked on YouTube. I don't know whether you guys have seen it, but it has Claire's conversation with Marvin. And it's the same conversation, you know, it's the same setup of conversation that Leon has in the demo.
Another dead end.
And I can't imagine they would have that conversation unless there is an A/B scenario. And then you've got obviously Leon fighting, you know, type, who is it, G1 Birkin with the bar. Absolutely nonsense mechanic this, everyone. Nonsense.
Too many. We need to break through. Oh, great. Back into the sewers.
I'm sure one of those zombies was one of the. That's the cat from Code Veronica. That's something where.
Let's go that way. It looks like there's a path ahead. Let's go up through here.
I hope we're going in the right direction.
I heard something.
Here we go again.
Be gone, spider.
I've had enough of these guys.
So you prefer zombies?
You know what I mean. Great. Another ladder.
Don't have a choice. Let's go.
Thinking might do the one of the next streams on YouTube. See how it goes. I know quite a few people have been having a lot of success with YouTube, so I might set that one up. I've sent the account that I've got for streaming approval, and they say it takes up to 24 hours. So we'll see. That might be a lot more easier for people to
Do we have to go through here?
watch, because not everybody has a Twitch account, but I imagine everybody has a YouTube account.
They're just roaches. A little oversized.
They really do pad this sewer section out. There's no need for it to be this long. I mean, this is longer than certain sections of the precinct, and I think I speak for everybody where we would rather be there. I think everyone's had that moment, BB Mac, where they've been stunlocked to Sherry and died. Yee.
It's him again! Run! He's gonna be harder to lose than I thought.
That's awesome.
There's no backing down now. We might as well fight it.
Shut a gate, he just kicks straight through it. That is how it should be. That's how I want him in the remake. If he's not doing that kind of stuff in the remake, I don't want to know. Imagine a Survivor remake looking like this.
Look, there's a light.
Why has there not been a fan remake of Survivor yet? It's so easy to do.
Sherry? Sherry! Wait!
We lose her this time. We'll never find her again.
Oh, be gone, lurker.
Sherry! Where did she go?
I wasn't aware it had sold out. Oh man, well done. I haven't told the guys on the podcast yet, but I've also ordered it as well. I've decided to get the PC version of the Pix and Love edition. I was as a slave to that Umbrella keycard, to be honest. And I've obviously got the collector's edition on the way, and that's PS4.
What's your intention here?
My intention? We just want to get out of the city alive.
I don't think you understand what's going on here. Now is not the time for us to be pulling guns on each other. The city has been destroyed.
So,
Please, we don't have time for this.
Have you seen a little girl?
She's about 10 years old. Her name is Sherry.
Sherry?
Do you know her?
Sherry is my daughter.
What?
Why isn't there a redhead in this? Or at least a brunette?
William must be after her.
William?
William Birkin. He's Sherry's father, and the man who turned this city into a living hell to protect G.
G again? What the hell is a G?
The G virus. It's the next generation virus that William and I developed at our daughter's expense.
Next generation virus?
It conforms a living thing and rapidly evolves into transcendental levels. Only for
Look at this dialogue. Literally read that what she's just said. It is terrible. And this is one of my greatest fears, as I talked about in the video that I did.
We've acquired all the G samples. Mission completed.
There's no way they're going to do this scene as well as Cameo and his team did. No way. And this scene is evidence of it.
Gee, my creation will save me.
This is a terrible sequence. It's just terrible.
But the virus was flawed. Even if you survive the seroconversion with G, you become nothing more than a puppet to its will. Our research was a failure. His only concern now is to procreate. People with a genetic makeup similar to his own could stand to birth a superior offspring. Sherry.
She's blonde again.
We have to help her.
I can't. I've got unfinished business to attend to.
You've got to be kidding me.
If the embryo's been implanted, only the vaccine from the underground lab could save her. William, it's time to finish this.
Be careful! Don't hit Sherry!
You should have been looking out for yourself, Leon.
I'm scared. Wait, Sherry, it's me, Claire.
Here we go. God, where the tunnel is.
Stop.
Everything's alright. It's us. What's going on?
An earthquake!
That's no earthquake!
What was that?
Shit! I don't believe this.
Sherry, run! How the hell are we gonna kill this thing? It's hurting us. Keep giving it the mouth. I can't see.
Hey, you get to listen to the Birkin theme again. It's never a bad thing.
The knob on the ceiling.
That's good. It's that leech boss from Outbreak again. Christ. Ow.
Did we kill it?
So let's go stand near its mouth. That's a good idea. Yeah, of course it is.
What are you talking about?
Failed.
Damn it. That was close.
What is even happening? I'm probably. Oh god, probably gonna die here. How could you? How could you avoid that? Oh, well, seriously, like, oh, first aid spray. Thank God. Oh man.
I hope Sarah didn't go too far.
She should be okay. I think she knows now that we're on her side.
I find it interesting that Hunk's still played by the same voice actor all these years later as well. Look at how hard it is to get a decent score in this. Probably gonna have to leave it there, guys, because it's 11:15. So finally, we got it going, and we will carry on over the weekend. There's not that much time left. There's only a couple of 2 or 3 chapters left, so we'll get it done in the next sitting. So thank you very much for tagging along. Thank you for being patient and sticking with me despite the problems we had earlier. But we got there in the end, so thank you very much. See you guys soon, and if I don't speak to you beforehand, have a lovely weekend. Johnny, we need to get decision sorted. Let me know when you're good for that, and that will will hopefully be the next stream for everybody. So, thanking you guys.